I'm PB Spitzer, and this is People's Guide to the Cthulhu Mythos. Every episode, we dig into the weird, cosmic horror, strange fiction, and cult films that shape the shadows of pulp culture. Stay tuned. Things are about to get unknowable.
Okay, yes, the answer is yes.
Hey there, everyone. I don't know if you just caught that, but Dave just accepted my wedding proposal. Just kidding. He said it's okay to record. So we are recording. Welcome, everyone, once again to People's Guide to the Cthulhu Mythos. That laugh you heard, that was Aunt Gore. And that yes you heard, that was Farmer Dave. How are you two doing this week?
Good. Tired, but good.
Yeah.
Well, but apparently single.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Dave. And Aunt Gore, you are tired because you were in a drag show last night. You performed. I saw it. It was super fun. I totally can't remember what song you performed right now, but
it was several. So
that's
yeah.
The theme was basically Fallout. Best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic. So it was a lot of fun. I always make sure I show up for post-apocalyptic dragon burlesque shows because, you know, it's fun. It's fun. It's always neat to see people's interpretations of music and the costuming. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. I never thought I'd be into it I never was like, oh, I don't like that stuff. Or it's just, I'd never been introduced to it. And then I was introduced to it and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't think we like drag either. Like traditional drag is not really what we do or what we like to go watch all the time. I will, but it's not my favorite. I like when there's a theme or a twist to it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Dave, how are you doing? How's your week been?
Busy.
Yeah.
But I did schedule 2 hours so that I could watch the premiere of the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth. And there are definitely things that if I wrote, I would have written it different.
Sure.
Mm. But from a technical point of view, I can't say anything bad.
Okay.
From a technical point of view, a special effects, an acting point of view, and the only actor that I knew going in was Timothy Olyphant. It's just amazing. A few canon changes that might go back to the way it was, but
sure,
only deep dive nerds like me would know that they're canon changes. So I thought it was very good.
Okay, I'm going to drop my hot little bit about Alien Earth. I know that there's 2 episodes out, and I should watch the second one. But the first one, I felt was such a slogfest, and it was just the first part held my interest, and then without spoiling anything, it's just everything else. And I know it's a TV show, and this is padding, and it's also story for other stuff, but it was, I found it kind of boring, and it didn't hold my attention, and it's this is Alien. This shouldn't be something this, I mean, slow-paced in parts of Alien, fine, but it's this is if they had dinner for a whole episode.
And that's why we can't get married.
Yep, exactly.
Wedding is off. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I love it yet.
Yeah.
It's a little early to say. I've only seen the first 2 so far. Yeah. I think the third one is out now, maybe, or tonight.
Yes, yesterday. I haven't seen
yesterday. I like it so far. I'm excited about all of the aliens without spoiling. Just the fact that there's more than what we've seen already in the past.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Peacemaker. Hold on one second.
Oh, yes, me too.
Echo stop.
My 4 o'clock alarm was going off, and I had to tell it to shut up. No, I'm excited about Peacemaker. I really like James Gunn's look at the DC universe. I liked it since the Suicide Squad. I don't even know if I've seen the other one, but I've seen the Suicide Squad, and I saw Peacemaker last year or a couple years back, and I really enjoyed it. And I think I'm probably going to see the Superman movie sooner than later.
I kind of want to watch it before. I've heard that it kind of is important to see before.
Yeah. Even though Nathan Fillion has apparently taken the role of Guy Gardner, and he looks stupid, and everyone knows Guy Gardner's a barrel-chested, hunky redhead dude with big muscles. Not some dude. He had a bowl haircut like for a short period of time. They just come on. It's like there's only few superheroes that look like me, and I know Guy Gardner's a jerk, but geez, don't have to do him like that, everybody. All right, James Gunn, you're on my list. I don't know what that list is, but he's on it. Anyhow. Guy Gardner. I mean, I've got Guy Gardner and I've got Arcade from Marvel Universe, the villain Arcade, and those are the two people that I can maybe dress up as cosplay. So, James Gunn, don't ruin those guys anymore. Anyway, I don't know if James Gunn would ever be allowed to do a Fantastic Four or X-Men or Excalibur movie. Although I think James Gunn would do an amazing job at Excalibur. If people aren't familiar with Excalibur, it is Shadowcat from the X-Men, along with Nightcrawler, Phoenix, not Jean Grey Phoenix, but Rachel Summers, Jean Grey, and Scott Summers' daughter from a parallel world. A whole bunch of stuff like that. Anyway,
I think Wisdom's in that, or is?
Oh, I'm talking about like the OG like stuff from the late '80s, early '90s, like the first run of Excalibur. That's the only stuff I know. And then there's Captain Britain and a woman named Megan, who I don't even know if she has like a call sign or anything. But anyway, it was a great comic book. It was my favorite comic book in middle school. But we're not talking about that today. We're not here to talk about Judy. We're here to talk about another Australian film by the same director as last week, Peter Weir, not Peter Weller. And we are talking about A Door to Saturn, The Door to Saturn, a short story written by Clark Ashton Smith, part of the Hyperborean cycle, first appearing in Strange Tales of Mystery and Terror, January 1932. But yeah, we'll be talking about that today, and whatever else we feel like, because we have microphones and you don't. Maybe you do have microphones, but you're not on the show right now, so hey, if you want to be on the show and you have a microphone, let us know. Maybe we'll let you on. Anyhow. Dave, Door to Saturn. What is it?
It is a story.
Yeah.
It is written by one Clark Ashton Smith.
Uh-huh.
And it was published in 1932.
Sure.
If I had to identify it, I would say, what if John Carter of Mars and not Conan, but maybe King Cole had a love child?
Yeah.
And then it married your 9th grade best friend, 7th level wizard from D&D. And then they had another child.
Yeah. To me, best way for me to describe this is in an episode of whatever television show or comic book where like the villain and the hero have to team up. It's that, but then they get stuck on stranded on a world that's not theirs. It's like that scene.
So yes, like kind of Enemy Mine.
Yeah. Yeah, or I was going to say the scene in Castle of Cagliostro where Lupin and Inspector Zenigata have to work together. It's kind of like that. And they then gain a mutual respect for each other. And, it's kind of like, we're not so different, you and I, kind of episodes of your favorite TV show. And, more guy who is I guess want to say a wizard, a cleric.
He's an inquisitor.
Inquisitor, yes, of Yaoundé, high priest of Yaoundé. Anyway, is on the trail of Ibon. Ibon skips Hyperborean Earth, and makes his way to Cycronosh, a.k.a. Saturn, a.k.a. Sathagwa's homeworld. And hilarity ensues.
This is more of a comedy than Smith normally does. And
yeah.
He cracks probably more jokes than most.
Yeah.
But it's much more comedic than his regular stuff.
Yeah.
It's the odd couple in space.
Certainly. Yeah. It's like there's moments. I kind of don't want to spoil some of this. I mean, I know this is an old story, but there's a moment where they're offered something and they're like, "Ooh, we've taken vows of celibacy." But yeah, this I feel like this is one of those stories that Lynn Carter turned every word into a separate story. And also,
maybe
there's a fair amount of this story that's been carved up and turned into stuff for Chaosium. It's one of those stories that has so many little things in it that it just kind of like it's not a story that it didn't spawn its own gaming system. It didn't spawn its own myth cycle. It's loosely connected to the Cthulhu mythos through Sathagwa and the Book of Ibon, and Hyperborea, of course.
In fact, I think it's the second published, if not second, written Hyperborea story.
Oh, gotcha. So, this is one of those fun Hyperborean stories, which, it's I like it. Gore.
If it was written as a manga today, it would be enemies to lovers story.
Oh, sure.
It's not, but I think
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, Aunt Gore, any thoughts and feelings on this?
No, I don't know. Pretty much said, I pretty much said everything.
So, real quickly, I know we talked a little bit about her last season.
Yeah.
But Yadhim, the moose goddess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think, from a Native American perspective, I think it's a legitimate concept and a spirit animal. But I think this kind of sets the mood that Smith has, that he's not taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
When the bad guys basically worship a moose person.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I feel like this is one of those stories that people know of by name, but not a lot of people have read, and if they have read it, they confuse it with another one. And not just me talking to other people have been like, oh yeah, Door to Saturn, and they're like, which one's that? And it's like, it's one with Ibon, and the people show up and he's dipped, and they're like, oh, does that have this in it? I'm like, no, that's the Seven Geas. It has it has mention of Sathagwa, but Sathagwa's son's in it, or his uncle, or something like that. This does flesh out Sathagwa's lineage and family tree a little bit more. I mean, I'm trying to think of like things that this story does, and
so it has, I think, this sort of very. You're right. It first of all, it's they go there, have this wacky adventure.
Yeah.
Then they go there and they have this wacky adventure. But it also has sort of this play on a theme that you'll see in some 30s stories.
Yeah.
Where the person gets sort of the mysterious card in another language.
Yeah.
And there's some very famous stories about not knowing what it is. The one I could really think about as a kid was like one in France, where every time he would say the thing on the card, everybody would attack him.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah.
And in this one, again, not very spoiling, they're given basically go away, and you almost see it as the deity saying F you.
Yeah.
But when it's said at the right time, it saves a bunch of its worshipers.
Sure.
So was it divine intervention, or was it I can't bother with you, I'm not going to eat you? So I think that kind of shows that Smith didn't write this in.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, he didn't call it in. He put some effort to this.
Oh yeah.
And what little I know about Smith, I think he would have thought that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Something I wanted to say about this is Door to Saturn could easily have been made into a road movie with Bing Crosby and Bob Hope, like The Road to Saturn. It's like, oh, geez, guy, now we got to dress up like the natives. Oh. It's like, they get caught up in one thing, and then it's the next thing. I don't know how familiar our listeners are with the road movies of Bob Hope and Bing Crosby, but there's quite a few of them. They tend to be kind of racist, and if you look at them now, kind of transphobic. But,
that never happened back then.
Product
Never.
of a different age. Yeah, there was no trans people back in the 40s and 50s. But yeah, no, Door to Saturn. It's a fun story. I really recommend it. It's like I really like Clark Ashton Smith because he has such a goofy sense of humor when it comes to stuff. And I really was like going through this, and it's like, there's one relative of Sathago. I'm looking for like a mark of Clark Ashton Smith, and it's like Zequilla Monza. It's like, is that supposed to be monster at the end of that? MNZHAA, and I'm like, is he trying to? Oh man. And it's like, I can't tell if he's trying to, like, put in one of his weird puns that, like, if you hold your tongue, it's vomita bliss. It's like, just dumb jokes like that. If you hold your tongue and say this, it's that. I couldn't figure that out. I don't know. I was going to contact someone who is a expert on love of Clark Ashton Smith, but then I found out that they died a few years ago, so can't talk to him. Anyhow, Door to Saturn. I don't know much else we can say about it. It was written, and people love it. It appeared in the same issue of Strange Tales as Wolves of Darkness by Jack Williamson. A story no one's heard of. But that's what the cover tells me. It's like this Wolves of Darkness got the cover, but not Door to Saturn. It's like, how do you draw that? Yeah. Unless anyone else has anything to say about the Door to Saturn, I think we're going to move on to the next wave. All right.
I think we about covered it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're going to be talking about the next wave, as I mentioned in the intro. And we will be talking that after this brief message.
Welcome to Innsmouth, stranger.
Hi, I'm Rob Huyton from the Innsmouth Book Club. Join me and my fellow guide John Chadwick as we take you on a fortnightly tour of Innsmouth. We visit places such as the Picture House, the Library and Innsmouth Museum to discuss all aspects of weird fiction, whether it be book, film, music, TV or art. As well as that, we stop over at the Gilman House to have a chat with a resident guest. That includes authors, artists, musicians, in fact Lovecraftian creatives of all types. You can find our free shows on Patreon, and there you can also sign up as a patron, which brings you bonus content, plus a monthly PDF copy of Innsmouth News, which features articles, author spotlights, all the latest news and reviews, and more. You can find us at patreon.com/InnsmouthBC. We hope to see you soon, because remember, Innsmouth isn't just a place, it's a state of mind.
Check out the show notes or go to pgttcm.com for more information. And also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all the other places where podcast stuff exists. All right, back to the show.
In Legacy Door, a lurker from space casts a shadow over time.
We opened our eyes upon the human world. We found ourselves lying on an especially yielding bed in a room displaying scattered relics of their shallow past, tied together by more recently produced items meant to blend with the relics. Typical.
A sensitive journalist dreams of unknown lives.
It seems like every time I close my eyes, they get stronger. I can't even say the last time I had a normal sleep, let alone a dreamless one.
An outspoken lawyer defends the suspect in an unspeakable crime.
And that client was Jonathan Strauss, held for the murder of his daughter Abigail and her companion Harrison Reese.
And a stalwart investigator tries to drag it all into the light.
Some of the Reeses and the Strausses have been involved with something that seems to include an obsession with bloodlines and longevity for at least decades.
Legacy Door is a weekly cosmic horror mystery podcast. An ensemble of actors tell a story, also available in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. Available now.
And we are back, everyone. How are we all doing? Hope we're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you took that small 2.5 minute break to go grab something. Or maybe you just scrubbed past it. I don't know. I'm not your mom. It's not my job to tell you what to do. Don't let your mom tell you what to do unless you're under 18. Then listen to your mom. Come on. Don't be a jerk. Anyway, we are talking about The Last Wave. This is one of my picks. This is a story about a lawyer or a solicitor, if you're Australian or British, who is given a case of not really. Oh goodness, it's given a murder case, and there seems to be some sort of strange mystical connection going on with a small group of Aboriginal people accused of the crime. Aunt Gore, any thoughts or feelings? Anything you wanted to mention or talk about with this one?
Well, my first note was about the creepy ass painting in the stairwell.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that mother? And no wonder her kid has nightmare or dreams or whatever. You have creepy ass paintings in the hallway.
Yeah.
I know she's a painter, but when we first saw it, we're like, what is What? What is that? It looks like a ghost face girl or something. I don't know. Very strange. And the mom is very strange. I had mostly notes about that. I don't know why. She's just very strange. It's very over dramatic and very racist also. I'm like, what? You had this man inside your house like the other day and you're all like scared because he is outside of your house and maybe knocking on the door.
Yeah.
He was just there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I was
my rant about the crazy mom.
My initial thoughts were the juxtaposition of the last movie we saw and this one. Both take place in Australia. One is turn of the century. Other one is getting close to turn of the century, but in the opposite direction. It's 1970s Australia, and I love the way it looks. I mean, just like the opening scenes of a rural school and children playing in some tiny town, and then it just like starts hailing, just like fist-sized hail, and the kids all running, everyone gets drenched. It's like weird weather, and they even bring the goats inside. It's rough out there.
And I think there's a throwaway line that they don't explore in the background, saying some of that rain was actually gasoline.
Oh,
I think that's on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, they did. They did. Yes,
yeah. But so yeah. There's all kinds of like things going on. There's like frog infestations and other anomalies, freak rainstorms, and during this, an Aboriginal man dies, and it's the only people who were around him were a group of people who knew him, other Aboriginals. So the police are pretty much like, oh, they got drunk and they killed this guy, even though the coroner's like, hey, there's like half a cup of water in this guy's lungs.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he said his heart just stopped.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you even going after these people? Like, he probably just like died of a heart attack or something.
Racism.
Yeah, exactly.
And so there's this great line in one of the X-Files, and it's slightly different, but where, the cancer man says, never, underestimate the white man's desire to blame something on the natives.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely true. And they did a lot of research, I think, into and got a lot of buy-in from, actual, original Australian people on this.
Yeah. And I want to say there's elements of this movie that I've seen in other movies. It's kind of like the mystic people that were there before the white people. They've got magic, and there's stuff going on that you're not going to understand. Trying to remember the name of it with Val Kilmer in Native Americans. It was a movie that came out in the 80s, and it's like
Fortress.
But yeah, it's one of those movies. It's like, oh, did you know that the Native American people have magic powers, white people, and no one's going to believe you when this is over. It's just like, it's that kind of stuff is the dumbest.
Yeah.
But
at least with this, I did feel that there was buy-in with the original native.
Yeah, at least they tried a little bit and didn't just like make up shit.
No.
Thunderheart. You were thinking about Thunderheart.
Yeah. Thank you. I knew it was like Lionheart or something like that, and I knew it wasn't like Braveheart, but yeah, it was one of those. And but it's like part of that concept popped up into my head where I'm like, well, at least it's not like that. At least they're like, it's like they're using real Aboriginal actors, some of which have like done stuff and like actual actors, not just like, hey, you're in a movie now, act like an Aboriginal. There was no like let's see, who's Richard Chamberlain at no point in time was like gross and weird to them. He actually listened and cared. I mean, his wife was kind of a jerk about stuff. But yeah, no, this is, and it kind of goes through stuff. And with my ADHD, my fun combination of ADHD and OCD, it's like, oh, this movie could be a lot faster, but I'm enjoying watching it. So I'm not going to scan through or look at my phone the whole time. And I really liked it. It's like, as a child, I was obsessed with Australia, and I wanted to move to Australia. Like how some people are really obsessed with French stuff or Japanese things or English stuff. I was obsessed with Australian stuff. Like I watched children's movies from Australia from the 70s and 80s, like throughout the 70s and 80s, because my family had a VHS player, and my local video store had a lot of international releases. And also, there was cable. So I watched a lot of Australian stuff as a kid. And this one I never saw. And I don't know. I kind of wish I had seen it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of this before.
Yeah. And so it's like, there's things like the concept of dream time. And it's like, oh, yeah, I've known about that forever.
and the pointing the bone at someone for a death curse, that's something from traditional Australian belief.
Yeah. And I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's a bull roar. The
oh, yeah.
That sound, it's like, oh my God, I love those things. It's like, I remember when I was a kid, like finding out that those made a cool noise, and they were using them in like in an upcoming movie made off of Frank Herbert's Dune. I was like, what? But yeah, Spice Guild Navigator, his voice is combined with a bull roar to make that noise when he speaks. But anyhow. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a fun movie. It's an interesting movie. It's kind of like a somewhere between like a legal drama and a supernatural thriller.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it doesn't decide which one it's going to be until like you're very, very sure, because it's like, is this something? Is it not something? Is he crazy for thinking that the Aboriginals, like, and it's like, everyone's like, oh, these guys, they're not tribal. They live in the city. There's no way you could be tribal in a city. That's dumb. And
also the fact that they were like so it was so weird. I mean, I need to know more about the background of their history in Australia, but like, I'm like, what does it matter if they were tribal or not? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They're still Aboriginal. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's like, well, we could only accept the magic if they're tribal. It's like, what? Huh? What? If it was tribal, then maybe they believe in the magic, and maybe it is magic. But and the movie goes into places that I didn't think it would. Without spoiling anything, and it's kind of like gets into an end of the world scenario that I was not expecting, but I have to highly recommend this movie. Just I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I thought that I was going to just kind of like scan it maybe a little bit and then go, okay, all right, But yeah, no, I actually really liked it a lot. It was fun. Dave, what else?
And so I believe, and I'm not an expert on this, that the native people of Australia up into the late 70s were still considered a people without a land.
Okay.
And that they did not have rights, and a lot of that, like Midnight Oil doing concerts, a lot of that's going to come in the 80s.
Okay.
The pay the rent movement. So part of it is, I don't think that they could. I don't know. But a lot of the land they could not take. And it's not usable. But Australia's got this huge, center of a continent no one lives in.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of things going on, and I think it parallels about the same time, maybe a decade later, than a lot of the Native American movement.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But there were a lot of things going on where the native oceanic people were getting their own culture, their own identity, as well as their own legal rights.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that we were from Australia and that time a lot of nuances that I personally missed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I'm sure.
And I kept wondering, who's this young guy they keep billing as Chamberlain? Richard Chamberlain's never been that young.
Yeah, that was a weird one. It's like, oh, wow, he's young in this. This is a young Richard Chamberlain. And it's like, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, no, and I'm trying to remember when it happens, but something I've always found hilarious is how many consonants are in the word no when an Australian person says it. No. And like little children saying, no. It's like, what the? It's hilarious. I have my Amazon device that I can have play music, and I have it set on Australia. It has an Australian voice. So and every once in a while, I'll ask it something like, I'm not going to say its name because it'll activate and then make a bunch of noise. But I'll ask it, what's the opposite of yes? And it'll go, no. And I'm laugh hysterically. So Australian people, I know we have a fair amount of Australian listeners. I find the way you say no hilarious and endearing and heartwarming. And I wish that, this chunk of English speakers over here, had something fun like that. And I'm sure, Australians are like, oh, no, the way you guys say this is hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, get yourself some Hungry Jack, sit down and watch The Last Wave. It's like pre-Ozploitation, but it's like Australian cinema, and it's really good. And I really enjoyed it. And it's a fun end of the world movie that you don't realize is going to be a fun end. I mean, the movie's not like, it's not fun and light-hearted or anything. It's a drama about legal proceedings and whether or not someone killed someone and whether or not people can be considered tribal or who they are and where they are based off of things. And if you want to see a film that has like Adelaide and Sydney in it, this is the movie.
And if somebody sat down not knowing anything about it, there are the weather stuff pretty early, but I could see where someone would think it was going to be a legal procedure, which it is.
Yeah, no, if you think the movie's going to be a legal proceeding, it's like, what's that front-loaded part with all the kids and the school teacher and stuff? But yeah. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. As I said, though, it is not a fun movie. It's a thriller. It's like an apocalyptic thriller. It's an Australian apocalyptic thriller about race and ethnicity, and including the Dreamlands, and not the Dreamlands, but what's it called? Dreamtime, which goes back into a Lovecraftian concept of there being a world that exists in your dreams. So, how does this tie in? That's one way.
And
the dream sequences were really cool.
Yeah.
I really liked the underwater one. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Especially for the age it came from.
Yes. Yeah, no, and it's like I don't expect movies from the 70s to be this good sometimes. I expect them to be a lot longer and drawn out and boringer and like a lot more racist or a lot more like kind of insensitive to stuff. And it's just like, and I'm not saying that, everyone was like that. It was just more, I don't know, it was more acceptable in film back then.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And they deliberately tried to buck the system in this one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. The Last Wave. It's a good film. I check it out. Are you a big fan of Richard Chamberlain? Check it out. Do you like the Australian outback? Well, it's in there at some point in time. Check it out. Do you want to see what Sydney, Australia looked like in the 1970s? Check it out. So yeah. And anything y'all want to say about it? Oh, if you like overflowing bathtubs and weird paintings on the wall going up the stairs, check it out.
One thing it does have is this concept that you see almost everywhere except for the Western patriarchal religions is this concept of epics and time and opening and closing and cycles, which I thought they did well enough on that. I thought they did good on that part.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it did a pretty good job. This is one of those films in the Criterion Collection. It's number 142 of the Criterion Collection. If you're one of those people who has a big wall of Criterion films, look for 142, pull that out and put it into your Laserdisc or Blu-ray player or whatever you have, and watch it. It's, as I said, it's a good watch. It's a good watch. So...
It looked like it was also available on HBO Max. I mean, until it's not. And then YouTube, I think.
Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max. I'm pretty sure you can track it down on archive.org. There's a lot of stuff like that. But yeah.
And Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was, I couldn't find it, but there was a lot of listings for it being on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... with that being said, I think we are out of the last wave. We're shaking the water off of our feet. We're coming out onto the beach from the sewers, and we are seeing the last few moments of the movie. Next week, we will be talking about 1981 House. Not House, but House. This is an Ant Gore pick, I believe.
Yes. Are we doing that, or are we doing... I thought it was The Secret of Nim.
No, I have... Oh, yeah. We're switching... Yeah. I think we are switching The Secret of Nim. I have to do that on my notes right now. We are watching The Secret of Nim instead of House. And the story we will be covering is... The Rats in the Walls, a story I don't necessarily like to cover for some reasons that we may or may not talk about next episode.
It's both the best and the worst of Lovecraft.
Yeah. But the theme will be ancestral homes, concealing madness, hidden horrors, and subterranean secrets. But yeah.
And mice people.
And mice. Mice and rats. Rats and mice. So, yeah, we will be talking about The Secret of Nim, Rats in the Walls, and so much more. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for, checking out the show and being a part of this. What do we have coming up? Does anyone have any events coming up that they're... it won't come out in time that this comes out.
Well, we have an event place, and that would be Rose City Comic Con, which I am predicting will be amazing and great, and people threw flowers at us.
Oh, yeah. So you'll hear about that. And, so thank you all so much. We will talk to you next time. And that's all. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was a good episode.